Hey, how you guys doing? Just gotta make sure. Alright, perfect. Okay. We're streaming. We're going to go over the Doodah game with Nakamura. Oops, let's do this here. This is the rapid one. He won against his opponent. Alright. A4, A5, Knight, C6. And these are faster ones. Now I'll show you when it gets heated, right about, not here yet. This is when the time gets it gets a little short. They're actually blitzing out these a second a move. 2 seconds. I would do chess games.com, but they don't have this out there right now. Hey, and so this is the best I could do for chess for getting the tournament games. Chess games.com doesn't have the championship showdown, the Kings, yet. So we're just gonna go over one of Nakamura's games. Knight H, and then H3. Yeah, they were doing them a second. It took Nakamura 13 seconds for this move. Doodah played B4, and that controls a lot of the central squares. H4, bishop H2. This is more of a safety move. That Doodah doesn't want his bishop to be basically captured, and so he can now do some long distance attack along this diagonal. It's still biting on granite at the moment, but with right play, c4 and then c5, he can break down. And Nakamura's king is pretty exposed, so Doodah's king is actually more safe than Nakamura's. But of course, this is rapid, so it's going to be pretty much a fast. It's going to be a quicker game. So errors are prone in this. So G4, and then Naka like goes all in, and now he's getting this knight developed to go after G4, and potentially he can play knight E7 to G6, and then takes a scope on F4 pawn, F4 square. So G5, and now the rook comes in, and Naka goes F6. See, Naka's a very principled player, and he knows how to when to open, when not to open. See, taking I don't believe is actually the best here, because this actually just allows for rook takes, and now this huge open file. So probably more than likely, maybe bishop, maybe queen takes is best. I think that was the idea. And there's an attack here, knight's attack here. Once the bishop falls, the queen can actually slide in here and then start chomping off. See, there's a bishop here, a queen here, a rook here, and then potentially a knight can route right in, and then the rooks could come over. So that's why Doodah didn't take the pawn, but played b5. Knight e7. G takes f6. Rook takes f. In this line, potentially not rook takes. Maybe bishop. No, that's a bad move. So let me see here. Would king be a good move? No, that's bad too. Let me see. What the engine say? Oh, rook takes is the best move. Okay. d4. Knight. There you go. See how the knight just see how it went in. Every piece is flowing into the attack. And Duda's position is not it's not doing really well here because of he's playing reactive chess, and Nakamura has a lot of space squeeze on Duda. So maybe in this he doesn't really want to take here, because taking actually helps as well. It allows for a bishop to come charging in here. I'm not saying that it would. I'm just saying that potentially that's the type of an attack, and this would not be really good for Duda. But f1's kind of a hard one to do. Naka takes there, so I'm wondering if h3 might have been a better idea, just to disintegrate, so that if takes here, let's see, what would be a good move here? Okay, rook takes f3. Bang. And now we're going to be getting our queen in. So I think Nakamura got a little too excited on that takes, but he took with the king, which this wasn't the best move either. h3, wham. There it is. There's h3. So we were right. He did go for it. And rook f8. Now this is totally winning for Nakamura. Knight g3. Pawn takes. And Duda's position is totally annihilated. There's nothing. His king side's wrecked. And potentially this knight's going to be vulnerable to this knight here. This one. Knight f5 check. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Rook takes. So he's now 12 pawns up in this line. Yeah. King takes there, but it's just like, and this sacrifice was beautiful here. I really liked this sacrifice, because with the king coming in here, you basically could bring the queen into h, and then bring the rook over, or bring the queen into g5, and then rook over, and you have the whole entire game. So takes. Oh, so I was right. Queen h4. Yeah, this is a total crunch move here. Bishop f7. Knight takes check. I don't think that was best. I'm wondering if rook over here might have been a better idea. Let's see. Yeah, it was the best idea, because I think he was afraid of though him pushing there, but I don't think that really matters. I think he's still in a world of hurt here. And then now we can get into no, so that's not it. So what am I missing here? Let's go back here. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So queen f4, so that I was right so far on that. King g2. Let's see here. Okay, so queen g5. So it was a good idea that he didn't do that then. So taking was an excellent idea. Rook takes, but That allows. Oh, that's the reason. Okay, that's the reason why I did that. Pawn takes. So now he's up a. He's equal material here, but a whole pawn up. Rook here. Check. King moves. Rook h, and then that's mate 6. So check. King there. Check. King here. Check. King there. And then checkmate. Okay. That was some pretty nice. We'll go over the Morphy game, and then we'll get into our tactics. My internet's having a sitch. Okay, good. Moves, okay. Morphy's white. E4, E5, knight F4. I mean not knight F4, F4. E takes F4. Knight F3, G5, Bishop C4, G4, D4, G takes F3, castle kingside, F5, Bishop takes F5, C6, Bishop takes F7, King takes. What F4? Where? Oh, for Duda? Where's F4? Oh. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Well, Nakamura was dancing around the knights with the Doodah game, and yeah. Hey, you know what? Excellent job. Glad to hear that you did that. C6. Those are really fun tournaments to be going to. Bishop takes F7. King takes, and then queen, and now, wow, H6. Bishop takes, kaboom, takes. And then E5, oh boy. In comes the knight. Then knight E4, because he's going for the knockout. Wham. D5 check. Bishop, queen F7. Bishop D6. And it's all over. I'm thinking best chance for might have been here, but I still think he's going to go down in flames. because now we have this here, and it's like, hello, ouch. And so the queen's gonna have to block. Rook takes, bishop takes, and then queen e7 is a huge crunch. Then there. And maybe, let me see, how could we, I like it. Kazam. Protection there, so. So he can't do that. So if he comes up here, boom. So he can't. I guess he's gonna have to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love that. Let's start into we're ready and rocking now to get on to our tactics. Our brains are ready and rolling. Okie dokie. Let's see here. I'll be right back. You guys take a look, write in what you think the moves are, and I'll be right back. let's see. So knight takes f7. You gotta always, let's see, knight takes f7. Bishop takes, let's see, knight takes f7. It's black, it's white to move, so we got to, oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. Bishop takes e3, f takes e3. Let's see, if we try to trap the queen, I don't think we'd be able to here. Because the queen has h5 to go to. But it's too bad we didn't have the back rank covered. Then we could sack our queen and checkmate. That'd be a nice idea. Let's see, knight takes, bishop takes, f takes, rook f8, rook b7, rook gd, and then I'm trying to see, because you always gotta think what was left behind by that move. What was the move that was left behind? I'm trying to get a scope on this. I'm trying to figure out what potentially. I'm thinking knight e6 is an idea. Knight e6 potentially, but there's no attack on that. F3 is an idea. That would be an interesting setup, f3. And then queen would play h5. But he also could take f3, queen h5. What am I missing? And what are we missing here? I don't see a clear way to continue, yeah. f4. C takes, king takes. I really don't see an idea to I'm trying to figure out what to do here, because this is a tough one. This is like super duper nitro octane fuel here. I think we have to play F. I think F3 is an imperative move, because I think after Queen H5 that stops the protection of D7 if I'm not mistaken. Rook B7 here, Rook B7. Let me see. And then he has Rook probably A D8. Well, I don't really see anything else to continue after that. F3, H5, B4, Rook A, B8, so there's nothing there. I don't see a continuation. Right, but we have to also break the position down too, so we have to look at what do we have to break the position down. Ooh, that would be good. But first we have to kick the bishop out. I mean the queen out. So maybe F3 first, and then Rook Queen H5, and then maybe Rook B6 would be an interesting move there. Or we could do it right away. We could do Rook B6 right away, and then after, so Rook B6, Bishop takes G5, Bishop takes G5. Queen takes D6, check. King E8. I also am potentially looking at F4 here. F4 is an interesting move. F4 is a line that if E takes F4, Rook takes, well, then the knight would take back, so we can't do that. Snap, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm thinking B6 is right. Knight B6. Oops. Is F4 right? Let's check F3. Huh, F3 was right. then is it nope, it's not that. Okay. Is it here then? Okay, I'm puzzled at this one. Knight takes at that point. So here, knight takes, because then we're attacking the. Okay, wow. Ouch, that did not feel good there. Yes, you were. This is a combination. We have enough pieces for a knockout. We just have to make sure we have it all put together properly. Let's see here. Let's see, rook c5, king, king b6. Yeah, but see, he would take our rook after d6. He would play king takes c5. Boy, gotta get our mind in the fray here. Get our mind in the game. So he might go b8 after c5, king b8. Knight takes f7. I think that's right. Oops, sorry, that's not the move. Right here. Let's do that again. Wow, wow, wow. Yikesies. I need to write out some lines. We'll get the points back. Don't worry. Boy. I thought it would work. I really did. I thought that idea would work, but it's okay. Hey, we're learning. It's what matters. We'll get the points back. It's not about the points. It's about learning. Let me see here. See, rook h8. So rook h8 check. King takes g7. Rook takes a8. Rotates 8. F2. That's a problem. F2 is the problem. Let's see. Rook h2, king g. Right, but he'll go f2 at that point. He goes f2, and then we can't stop him from basically queening. Well, I guess we could. Now that I think about it, we could stop him. I'm wrong. The line does work. Rook h8, check. King takes g7. Rook takes a8. F2. Rook, maybe rook f. No, rook f2 doesn't work. Ah, I got it. Duh, why didn't I think of it? Just plain old rook d8. Rook d8 saves the day after that. Yeah, this is it. Why didn't I think of that? This is silly of me. There we go. Yeah, that was silly of me. I should have remembered that we just connect the rooks. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. We're doing good. Yes, sirree. Let's see. Okay, rook takes e8. rook takes g3, rook takes c2. See, we can't play rook takes c2 because rook takes c2 check, and when the king goes up to h3, rook takes or maybe we can. Takes e1, fails to queen takes e1. The knight's under fire right now. I mean, the rook's under fire right now. So potentially we could actually just grab the rook. We could potentially go b takes c3, b takes c3, and the queen's going to have to run at that point. See, there's three different ways. There's actually three different takes that could happen. There's rook takes c2, or queen takes c3, or a rook takes e8. There's those takes, and those are the most forcing. Oops, sorry, I forgot one. B takes c3. That's also one too. There's four takes. Four different takes. Rook e2 is loses. B takes c3, rook e2. See, b takes c3. If rook e2, then we have rook takes e2. I really, I think you'd have to move his queen at that point. We'd only be up, I think, an exchange in that line. I think we'd be up. No, queen takes. I looked at that. Queen takes c3. Queen takes f2. Queen takes f2. Check. And we're in trouble. Yeah. I think this is the move here. Because there's so many different takes, I'll show you. Each one fails but the other one. The one we just tried. Each one of the other ones fails except for the takes. We'll set up, get that out of there. There we go. Come on, internet, work for me. Come on, work for me. Come on. There we go, finally. See, if we played this here, rook takes, king comes up here. Come on. What is going on? This is so laggy right now. Okay, good. Come on. Hold on, let me log out of this one here. And then let's try it again. Boy, this is so glitchy right now. This is so glitchy. I don't understand. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Wow. This is the glitchiest I've ever had my computer. Whoa. This is weird. Wow. Can you still? No, I think I'm okay. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on, let me see. What in the world? Wow. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Hold on one second. I'm going to put it on AFK just for a second. Just to see if, hold on guys. I want to see if I have any, there might be an issue here with this thing running. Let me see. Come on. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to analyze any of this. Oops. Okay, this is my Norton. So I think we'll just have to move on to the next one. It's not allowing me to bring it up. It's okay. So I can't really analyze why it's wrong or right now with the engine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're good to go. We'll just not worry about the analyzing of it. The engine's on the fritz. Because this is working. It's just, I think it might be on their side. Because it's not on mine. I have plenty of space and everything on my system. So it's nothing to do with space or anything. Or slow processor or anything. So it's good. Nice work. Hey, you know what? That's what it's all about, improving. Let's see. Takes. Oh wow, is this a 800 level puzzle? Bishop takes c3. Check, and by the way, that's a check. So let's say that king goes to e2. Bishop takes a1. C takes b2. Check. Bishop d7. B takes a1 equals queen, and D takes a4. Our bishop takes a4. Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is mate, isn't it? There we go. So it was 1900. The other way loses. They took the rook in the corner. Nice job there. Nice work. Nice work. Yep. We have rook rook takes g6, check, king f7, queen f6, check, king e8, rook e5, check, king goes to d8, and then queen takes f8. That's check, by the way. Yeah, that is right. This is I believe this is the move here. I believe that's the move. It's a forcing sequence. I'm first of all there. Oh, so it's not that. What did I... No, it's not that. Okay. Oh, snap. That's mate. Ah, mate and one. I missed mate and one. Oh, that hurts. Ouch. This was the line that I was thinking about. This was the line I was thinking about. Here, here, here. Oh, wait a second. I can't go here. Oh. Miscalculation there. That was my bad. Oh, drat. Yeah, mate 1. That hurts. Ouch. Ouch. Well, this one's a nice move. You gotta love this. Knight e7 check. If bishop takes, which bishop takes e7 is forced. And they're thinking, oh right, I won a knight. Hooray, that's what they're thinking. Oh right. But then we go bishop takes c6. No siree. No siree, you did not win a knight. We are winning here. Hoorah, yeah. Yeah. There we go. Because the queen's under fire at that point. You don't want to go up to king to g2 because then rook h2 is a big time problem here. You don't want to go up there. There's no more checks. I think we have to play king g2 now that I think about it. Yeah, I think we have to play king g2. I think we're forced. King g1 is a mistake. King g1, rook takes. G3 is mate. Rook takes g3 is mate. So king g2 is a forced move. That's actually forced. We're forced to actually move up. Whoa, you're kidding. Oh, the bishop intercepts. Oh, man. Oh, man. That hurts even more. Yeah, we were so close. So here if bishop takes, which is what it does, yeah. Then here, okay. Then there. Ouch. Boy, I did not see that the bishop could come back there. That's my bad. Yeah, and it comes back with check. Not doing too good today. We gotta step this up. All right, an end game. I do better with end games. Yes, I do. I do really good with end games. So let's. I've been working on end games, so let's win some end game problems here. Okay, we have a potential king f4 here. King f4. If h3 or h2, sorry, h2. We have rook. Or do we want to do our rook first? because you have to plan this out just so. So maybe rook, do we want rook h7? Rook a, do we want, I mean rook a, do we want rook a7 or rook a8? We could check there. I know we have a mate here because we have a back rank sitch. He has a back rank issue because we can block him with king f4, but then he's got h3, and if rook h8, rook a8, king h2, when we check king g2, so that doesn't work. Well, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, rook, we'll try rook a7 here, or no, rook a8. I'm going to do rook a8. Rook a8. If he plays, he has to play g2. We have king to f4, and g1 equals queen. Rook h8 is mate. And the reason I was doing rook a8 is if we go rook a7, we're on the same file, same diagonal as the queen's square. If he when he gets to g1, we're on the same diagonal, and so he might actually be able to block. But what is the? I think that's the only difference. What do you guys think on that one? Probably in that line. So what you're saying is rook a4 check, and you wouldn't want to go to a7 because he can actually move up there. So you're probably going to want to go rook to a8. You need one square above that, because what will happen is once we go to rook a7, he can actually go king to h6, and then he cuts off our spot. But if we go king a8 and he goes h6, we still can go rook h8 check, king to h7, and then rook takes h3 check. But I'm not sure if that's a draw. See, rook there, king h5, rook a8. And then we can actually pick up the other pawn with check. What do you think, Morphe? I'm thinking it's Rook A4 now that I think about it, because the other moves, sometimes they'll throw you two moves that look good, and because they're like that, you gotta always wonder if it's a red herring and actually Rook A4 first, and then Rook to A8 is the move. Okay, then let's go for it. We pick up. Yeah, because I was looking at this. I think he has a way out. See, if we played here, I think that potentially G2, King F4, King here, and I think it's a draw at that point. I wouldn't do that. That doesn't make sense. If here you would want to play here, this would be your draw. That'd be silly if that's a silly move. This is a draw right here. Who would do that? That's a silly move. This is the only this is the only move that would draw, because then he would have to come here, 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 and you draw. He can't make any progress because every time he tries to promote, he would have mate. So potentially when he gets up here and you get here, that's probably when the mate would actually no. You can oh wow, I guess he could queen at that point, couldn't he? Oh, ouch. Oh boy, that would be bad. Yeah, I guess that does lose. So it's a good thing we solved it. Yeah, that would be a bad idea. Good thing we went with the Rook to A4, because the other line loses. Ouch. We would have to probably check and then come check the king and then go back. I think that's how the mate would work. We'd probably have to check the king, then he would have to go back, then we would go back and forth. I think there's still a draw there, but I am not 100% on that. Oh, this I think is there a win here? Let me see. Hey, how you doing? Um, let's see. Or is this just plain equal material? Queen takes B4, check, queen, C5. Yeah, but I'm just saying, is there anything better that we have besides that? Is there anything better than that though? Let's see, we have 7 pawns and he has 7 pawns. We'd have equal material, our rooks are doubled. I think he'd play at this point when we checked. I think he would play um, G5. One sec. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I believe it is this though. We have to win back our material. So we can't take G5. He would play Queen takes G5. he would play h takes g5. Kinda, I'm liking that idea there. Rook f4 takes, we check on h6, king e7, rook takes. Yeah, I'm liking your queen to f4 idea. Yeah, I'm liking the queen to f4 idea. Then we take, and then we grab the rook in the corner over there. Nice job. Nice find. Great work. See, there's a little more. Don't settle for a small amount when you can have the whole entire banquet. Yeah, right on. Right on there. Amen to that. Huh. That's funny. And kind of, yeah. But I like the banquet idea. But let's see here. That really, his knight was trapped, and that's kind of why he played that move. See, his knight was actually trapped. So he was afraid of his knight getting trapped, so he weakened this square here to get his pieces back in. Sometimes in Aikido, the principle of a waste of time is part of it. Part of the idea there. So we are going to have to, we have the knight pinned. We have to find a way how to take advantage of I was looking at either that or knight h4. Knight h4 is a forcing attack too. But I don't see any continuation after we play g6 check after that, though. I don't see any continuation after that. But I do see one thing. I do see a move actually. I have an idea. I do have an idea. Knight knight h4, check. G takes h4, and then g5, right up the middle. I have an idea with that. What are you thinking about that? Because our rook is aligned right on with the king. That would really cause some big time damage. We don't want to play. It looks tempting to play knight f5 check, but the only problem is g takes f5, and then when we play g5 here, he can lock it down with f4. But if we play knight h4 check, g takes h4, g5, we could play g5, and he can't move his pawn to block anymore. Yep. What do you guys think? I believe that I like the h4 line. I'm voting for the h4 knight h4 line. That's my vote. I'm 100% sure on that one because I know we can just crunch him at that point because we can force him to. Let's do it. Yeah, that's what you call out. That's what you call a true berserk right there. You gotta love that. Gotta love it. Yeah, that truly was a chest crunched attack for sure. Let's see what do we got. Rook CD1. I'm looking at Rook CD1, but I don't think there's a tactic there. Oh, wait a second. Duh. This is the move right here. And this threatens mate. Silly me. I should have remembered. Yeah. Yeah. That's right there. Right on. Right on. Right on. Wow, this is a pretty big attack here. Uh-huh. uh, oh boy, I'm trying to see if I could break through. Oh, good night. Play the grub. Have a great night, and be blessed. Well, F3, and then he's got bishop E6. Bishop E6. So you think he'll so F3, bishop H6 or H5. Oops. And then what? You have to think of always what's the next move. let's see. Yeah. We could move our king. We could play king h1 and then rook to g1. Why not use the open file? What do you think about that? Because king to h1, if g6, rook g1, bishop e6, and then we have h4, h4 and h5, but I don't know. That might be too slow. Well, I'm thinking about it, that move first. Yeah. Or maybe we can play bishop h6 right off the bat and g takes h6. And then maybe we have f3 at that point, and that pins. We have a potential for bishops of opposite color, but I don't know if it would actually work. I was thinking rook a, d1, bishop takes d1, rook takes d1, and then the queen's gonna have to move. So let's say queen. So I don't think that'll work. I'm not. Let's see. E6, bishop takes e6, bishop takes e6, bishop, or queen takes e6. Nope, we don't have the ability to go to h6 anymore. Not real sure on how to proceed from here. We could try bishop d1. Bishop takes d1. But I don't know if that even would be applicable. Well, then you'd probably have to go g6. So e6, bishop takes e6, bishop at d4, g6. Well, maybe then queen to e5, queen e5 probably. Queen e5 at that point. And I think we win. Yep, that's the move. Wow, nice find there. Well, he has this move here. He's really only got one move. He's got that. But then when he does that, we actually can check potentially. Probably bishop takes. I mean, queen takes would be best at that point. And then now we're up a piece. You can't take with... well, I guess you could. So maybe that is best. So the bishop line is best after moving there. Then you take here, pawn takes, check. You'd have to play there at that point. And then takes, rook takes, and then we just retreat our bishop back and then implant it there to go after that pawn. So you'd trade down. That's funny. Huh. Let's see. This one's a tough one because king to b1 8. He has rook c8, and that threatens mate or c2. Sorry, king b8, and then rook to c2. That threatens mate. We're in trouble after that. Actually, we're not. What am I thinking? It is a good move. King b8, rook c2, and then just rook plain h8, and we're right as rain. And we still have our passed pawn. We still got our passed pawn, and there's nothing he can do about it. We have all those connectors. This is excellent. I know this is the move. And then bound down here. Now we just push. Oh, we don't push? Oh, okay. Oh, we have to get a check in there. Oh, snap. That's a sneaky move. That's a sneaky move. I apologize, guys. I did not see that. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's you have to push G5 to check. That was my fault there. Yeah, I got a little too greedy. I needed to not do that. Sometimes greed's good, sometimes it's not so good. And Jeremy Silman would agree with me on that. Well, we gotta be able to. We gotta be number one. Number one, number one. Oh wow, you see what his idea is. His bishop wants to go to e6 to pin our a rook. Do you see that? His bishop wants to go to e6 to pin our rook. so then he can deliver checkmate. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I'm looking at queen to d4 right now. Queen d4. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. Let's go with it, because that actually does win. And now what you could do is win. You're forking the rook and the bishop, so you can actually win the bishop in that line. See that? Do we want to win the bishop, or do we want to go for our mate? We really can't do mate here. We can try queen e4, doesn't do anything, because rook h3 to e3 would intercept. Well, it would intercept our idea, because then the queen would be protecting there. The queen could even intercept there at that point. No, the queen couldn't, because the queen did. The rook would take. No, that would work. I'm thinking we plain out win the bishop, and we have more pawns than he does. Let's see, 2, 4. We have 7, and he only has 4. So yeah, I think we win the bishop in that line. Just pick the bishop up, and we're right as rain in that line. Queen f2. Let me see. No, see what happens, Super, is the bishop wants to come here to pin our rook. So this stops that, so that when he comes over, I believe it was there that he came over. And if we played here, he's got bishop there, and it stops our... Well, I guess that would work. Well, maybe it's because of this here. No, that... Yeah, that's that... Because here, here, there. Let's see here. There has to be a reason. Let me see. F, G1. Okay, it's G1 at that point. He covers everything, and he still has this threat. He still has this threat after that. And we don't have any more mating ideas. So the only way to solidify our victory is we have 7 pawns here, and he only has 4. We have 3 pawns versus 1. So we have 3 of these versus a lone one. One of these, it's going to become a queen. This queen's out of play. This queen's threatening mate, so this rook has to stay on the back rank. And in theory, we can potentially double up and go. And then now we have potentially queen to e2 as well, with this threat there, queen e2, and that protects the rook infiltration here. So yeah. see what you're saying. What do you guys think? Actually, there's queen h. There's queen h1 mate. Super. Queen h1 is mate. So there's potentially queen, yeah, queen e6, check. If king to h7, then rook f7, and then queen takes f7. Queen takes f7. So we would win a queen. So queen e6, check. King to g7. Queen f6. Queen f6, check. No, the queen would take at that in that point. The queen would actually play queen takes f7 at that point. That's fine, not a problem. I gotta say, okay, let's see here. We do potentially have, let me see, rook, not, I mean, queen e6, check. We know that, oops, queen e6, check is mainly the first move sequence in the line. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna start off with that. Oh, okay. It's not. What am I missing? Is it? Oh, is it here? Oh. Snap. That was pretty peculiar there. So I guess we can actually... Darn. I didn't even think of this check. Drat it. I need to be more open on that. We'll do one more. That was a pain in the drain. let's see here. So knight b6. But I don't know what do we that's it's kind of, yeah, I see what you're saying. But after this, what's the continuation? I'm just looking at if rook e3, rook e3. So yeah, we have to have the continuation after rook e3. Because our rook's still under fire, heavy attack at that point. We're still under an attack at that point. And then our knight's under attack as well. So boy, this is a interesting predicament we're in, huh? I think you're right on the check. See, queen d2, rook there. Check pin, we take. Queen take. See the let's see, queen d2, check, rook to check, rook e2, queen takes d4, check, rook e2, e3, rook e3. He has mate in 2 if we try to take the rook. See, if we try to take the rooks after he intercepts, he has mate in 2. Like, rook takes a1, queen takes, queen takes g6, check. If king f8, he's got knight takes d7, check. And that's one line. So, boy, this is a tough one. Because we're already down material. Oh boy. What do you guys think we play here? I'm kind of stumped. Okay, let's go for it. Oh. Oh, it's a draw. It's a draw. It's okay. We'll call it. We'll call it for tonight, and yeah. My my flight. I'm gonna be on. My flight was canceled so I'm gonna be on tomorrow. So not a problem. We'll have to. There. Yeah, that was kind of. I guess why I was a little off my game today was a little bit because of that. But I was waiting to make sure everything was okay, and I guess everything worked out. I didn't get there, and there was no flight, so it's a good thing I checked before I, got online. I was keeping track to see if it would still, the flight would still be there, but you know, I'll have to check tomorrow. It's one of those things, Do you have any questions before I log off? Yeah. But so I'm going to be on tomorrow, so that'll be good. And hopefully everything will work out with the weather, but you never know. You know what? It's all in the Lord's hands, and we have to trust that He'll take care of everything. And if it works, it doesn't. If it doesn't, you know, well, I'll just get a new flight. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna be on tomorrow, so that's good, and we'll get everything worked out, and that's gonna be a cool thing. So, and that's what we have to do is remember at these points, even right now, and what's going on, we have to treasure our victories. So, like when we get things right, we got to treasure those. And when we lose, we have to learn from our losses. And remember that mistakes don't define who you are. It's just a way to um, try a chess player to see how they'll handle their own basically mistakes and learn. Will they give up? Will a chess player give up? Or will they take the mistake and take it home? Or if it's on the tactics screen, will they find out why it's wrong and then improve so that next time they see a similar puzzle, they'll know how to do that? And we most definitely will. We're going to keep progressing. Like what Bruce Lee said, there are no limits. There are plateaus, and we must not stay there. We must go beyond them, my friends. Knowing is not enough. We must apply that. That's what he also said. And willing is not enough. We must do. And the Lord gave us the ability to do all that. And you know what? When you're going through a learning process and you're kind of stumped, it's good to be able to solve them, but sometimes you'll remember them even more when you make a mistake, because then it'll be like, I'm not going to do that at the board. I'm not going to make that same mistake. I'm going to be on the lookout for, that when we have like 5 pawns versus 1, I'm going to be on the lookout for that pawn lift, so that when my opponent tries to trick me with a rook over and tries to mate me, I'll most definitely have a check, and the king will have to move, and at that point we grab that pawn off the board, and now we have 5 pawns in a rook versus just a lone rook. We most definitely are in a winning position at that point. But if we get too greedy and we push onward, we would have ended up losing, because we wouldn't have had the ability to check our opponent's king, and we would have got back rank mated. That would have been a pain in the drain. So we have to be on the lookout for subtle nuance, those, and hopefully chessgames.com will have the Nakamura versus Duda to maybe tomorrow, and if not, I'll try to find a way how to get those games so that we can go over them, because those were some really wonderfully filled tactic games that Nakamura and Duda played. Those were like tactical goods. And then there were some that there was a couple that Fabi played against David. That there was a tactical, not David, sorry. Fabi played against Hari. There was this one really cool tactic, and then there was also a couple good ones that Wesley had. So when we run out of Nakamura ones, and Duda ones, we'll switch to like Fabi and Wesley. Hopefully they have those, because those would be so wonderful for students to study. But if they don't, we'll find a way. Somehow I'll have to get a PGN file or something, and we'll get it working. So don't worry. And if you have games, bring them. If you like what we have seen today, today was kind of a bumpy day. A lot of things happen, but you know what? We're not going to let it get us down, because guess what? We got to learn. We got to do chess. Hoorah, yeah. And you know what? What do we always do? We hang up our coat, we hang up our hat, we sit down and study when most won't, we do, and that makes all the difference. And as Wesley So says, through the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening, and Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll keep pushing forward. We'll get it back. Sometimes you have hiccups, but it's what tries a warrior on the chessboard. Do they give up, or do they keep pushing forward? And we keep pushing forward. Go Team Chess Cruncher, hoorah, be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.